Hey, hello. Turning off the static, turning down the treble and turning up the bass so that you can actually come out of chaos and achieve all of your goals. It is easier than you have been led to believe. Hey, I'm Michelle, business coach, author of Woman Up, and empowerer of women worldwide. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can actually really do what you want to do. Does this sound familiar to you? You wake up, you get out of bed, one of the kids is screaming, someone's taken someone's cornflakes and someone's taken someone's Cocoa Pops and there's no jam and mum, where's the margarine? And, oh, darling, could you just do this for me today? And then your own brain kicks in, oh, my God, I've got so much to do today. You trip over the dog. The cat needs to go to the vet. It's utter chaos. Stick your hand up for me. Like, who gets up and their house is utter chaos? And is it a great way to start your day? It's really not, is it? When you think about every single thing in life, like if you take, let's say, for example, a work project. If you take a work project and you really want it to go smoothly, you do all of the pre-planning, you do all of the pre-preparing, and then you might do some thinking around what would go, what would you do if certain things happen? So you'd make kind of a contingency plan, and then you'd think about the resources that you needed, and you'd put those aside, and then you'd put a little date in your calendar of when you were going to start it and what your first step would be, and you'd probably set some milestones for it. But why don't we do the same with our life? Because we think that life and business are different, but life and business are not different. We are just one multifaceted person. You can't separate out, oh, this is business Michelle, and this is life Michelle, and this is mum Michelle, and this is dog mum Michelle, and all those other parts of us. We have to be one cohesive unit. But we forget, especially us women, forget to put ourselves into the equation. We forget that if we don't put ourselves in there, no one else is going to put us in there. And this really is something that is very close to my heart and that I talk about often, because we often think about other people and how they're feeling and what they need. We expect other people to think about how we're feeling and think about what we need. But that's just not the way the world works. The world just doesn't work that way. It's just us that takes care of everyone else because we've been trained to do that by society. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, and I'm certainly not saying you shouldn't take care of other people, but I am saying that you should put yourself into the equation. You can't not put yourself into the equation and then just expect that you're going to feel amazing and be able to achieve all of your dreams. I mean, let's face it, if you're a businesswoman, you are hustling, right? Now, I'm completely against the hustle. You don't have to hustle to make your business work. All you need to do is kick all the stuff off your plate that actually isn't contributing and do the big things first. So often I talk about your life being a container, and then the rocks are the big important things in your life. So the big important things in your business, sorry. The life's a whole nother things that can slot in around it. But the rocks for your business might be, let's say that you're creating a new course. So one of the rocks is going to have to be that you sit down and actually write the content and record the content and upload the content for that course, right? Otherwise it's just never going to happen. Another rock might be that you need to do your stock ordering every single day if you've got an online business, because your stock's flying so fast out the door. Another rock might be that you have to employ someone, a VA, to help you because you're absolutely drowning. So that would be really important. So the rocks are the things that you must do in order to move your business forward. They're the things that will actually move the needle for your business. So showing up on Facebook and doing a live, for me, moves my business forward, right? But for you, it might not. So don't get trapped into what everyone else is doing and what everyone else is telling you should be doing. I mean, let's face it, you scroll on social media, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, and you should be doing this. This is why you're failing. You get screamed at all day long, and then you lose your own focus. You're like, oh, I should start a podcast, and oh, I should do this, and oh, I should do that. But really what you should be doing is looking at what would move the needle forward in your business and taking those 3 actions every single day before you do anything else. Okay, get up, get the kids off to school. The minute you're in your office, do those 3 things. Do not open your emails and do not pass go before you've done your 3 big rocks. That's my first tip for getting out of chaos, by the way, and the absolute best tip, and the little second tip was embedded in there. Do not answer your emails or any Facebook messages or any text messages. Do not communicate at all until you've completed your rocks, because everything requires a different kind of energy. And when you're doing the big important things in your business, then you're really honed and you're really focused. But if you're communicating, your focus has gone away from inside internal to out there in the world. And that takes a whole nother form of energy. Now, when you're swapping from one form of energy to the other, that's when you get exhausted. You know how sometimes you get to the end of the day and you're like, it makes you feel quite good today. It's generally because you've been focused on the one task. Let's say you're writing a course. So you've sat down, you've done 2 hours of course writing, you get up and you go and have a coffee, and then you come back and you do an hour of recording, and then you go and have some lunch, and then you come back and then you do the marketing for it. And you're like, wow, that day was awesome, because you were all focused in that same energy. Whereas on some other days, you're completely wiped out and exhausted, right? And it's because you have been answering emails and then taking the kids to swimming and then doing some course creation and then doing some marketing and then doing some errands for your husband and then something else. So your energy has been up and down all day. So that's your third tip, is to actually stay in one focused energy. You want to get out of chaos. Those are my 3 top tips for you. I do also have 3 other tips, but you're going to go and need to jump onto my website and read the blog. Just go to michellebusinesscoach.com and you'll see those 3 other little tips in there, and a whole lot of other stuff that will help you to actually get out of the chaos. But turning off the static, coming out of the chaos, is absolutely vital for you to achieve your dreams. You can't actually function in that heightened state of chaos all the time. It just doesn't work. You need your brain to be settled and on task, and you can't do that unless you've actually made time for you. So we have this treble going in our lives all the time. The treble is screaming and high-pitched, and it's kind of the squeaky wheel gets the most oil, right? But the squeaky wheel is not necessarily the thing that you should be focusing on. Whereas the things that we can push off to the background because they're bigger things and we haven't quite launched them yet, and they don't, they're not screaming at us yet, those things get pushed to the back, but they should really be brought to the fore if you want to make giant steps towards your goals. Now, I want to talk about giant steps towards your goals because it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, oh my God, I'm so busy hustling, I'm so busy being a working mum that I actually just don't have time to do this. But you do. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Taking just one little tiny actions towards just one of your goals to shift the needle for them to a tiny little bit is going to have massive results in your business. And if you only ever took one tiny little piece of action, plus did your journaling every day, your business is going to be a success. Those really are the 2 vital keys for you. So I would really encourage you to turn down some of the static, have a look at your life, see what you can chuck out. Like, what are the things, maybe get a big bit of paper, do a big brainstorm. What are the things that you're doing in your life that actually just really don't need to happen, or it could be done by someone else? Like, do you really need to make your own muesli? Are you just better off to pay $10 instead of it cost you $8 to make your own? It's $2, right? It's a bit of a no-brainer. Why don't you just go and buy the beautiful muesli that you want to give to your kids instead of making it? What things can you kick off your list that aren't actually working towards your goals, but you can achieve the same things by tweaking it a little bit or having somebody else help you? So I hope that has helped you to turn down the chaos in your life a little bit and move you towards your goals. Because, babe, I know that you're here to do big things in your life, and I know that you can't do it while you're running around hustling. So down with the hustle and up with the goals, I say, and wishing you a fantastically productive and fun day. Remember, together we shall rise.